Your next comedian coming to the stage is the Regional Vice President for Tri-Bridge Residential. Yes. Oh, already standing ovation. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight she's being sponsored by THS. Put your hands together right now for Brandi Boudouin.
Buckhead Theater. Woo! Hey, let's give it up to Andrew for actually pronouncing my last name. Right? So I would really like to thank my people at Tri-Bridge. You guys have been great this week, putting up with me. And also a very special thanks to THS. You guys stroked a very large check for me to be up here to fall on my face. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna remember this the next time we work on a project together. So I was supposed to compete last year, but I had to perform a wedding. Yep, I said perform because I am an ordained minister, right? So that means I can actually marry and divorce you. And now I'm taking up comedy so I can make fun of you. So you're probably scratching your head thinking, how in the hell did an apartment professional wind up an ordained minister? Well, I'll tell you, it took 3 margaritas, the Wi-Fi, and about 15 seconds. It took less time for me to become ordained than it does to hire a leasing consultant. But either one can ruin your life. So you're probably scratching your head saying, can an ordained minister really divorce people? No, we can't, but we totally want to. In fact, there are some of you here tonight that I would absolutely split up. In fact, divorce consultant is my absolute dream job. I would love for you to come to me and say, hey, should we stay together? And I could be like, no. Not so much. In fact, I'm actually working on a new app. I think I'm gonna call it Splitify. So I was supposed to be here last year, but I'm here this year. And I'm thinking maybe that's because people did not find true love. I know. Or maybe they found my app. So I convinced my boss, Seth Odie, to step in last year, and he did an amazing job. That's right, give it up for Seth. He did so well filling in my shoes that I decided to let him try it again. Now I let him think he actually runs Tri-Bridge. I think we all know the truth. But it's good. You can convince a man to do just about anything as long as you let them think it's their idea. Or pay them lots of compliments and a little alcohol. But seriously, Seth, he's a great boss, and Tri-Bridge is such an amazing company. I heard you, Karen. In fact, sometimes I sit there and think about the name Tri-Bridge. Tri-Bridge. I mean, it's clear a man came up with that name because if it were a woman, it would be called Do Bridge, right? So during this process, they actually interviewed us and said, hey, who's your favorite coworker? Nope. Hard pass. My coworkers are here tonight, and some of them actually signed my checks. Yeah. I need no help pissing my coworkers off. I actually do that every Monday, just by showing up. So if you ask me who my favorite coworker is, I'm just gonna say you know who you are. And like 5 or 6 of you are gonna think it's you. So a couple facts about me. I was born and raised in Atlanta, and I actually grew up, I grew up as a competitive figure skater. So that means I spent a lot of time cold and indoors. Kind of makes me perfect for an office job. So, growing up skating, I missed out on a lot of events with my friends, like pizza parties and birthday parties. And at 15, I finally realized, maybe this isn't my true passion. As it turns out, my true passion was teenage boys. Thankfully, that's changed since then. But my skating was actually really hard on my mom. She had to shuttle me back and forth to the rink at 5 a.m. and then again at 5 p.m. And at one point she sat me down and said, okay, you need to make a decision. Do you want to go for the gold or do you want a boyfriend? So naturally, I decided to go with what would fulfill my every hope and dream. I went with the boyfriend. Worst mistake of my life. I went from landing triple axels to dating triple assholes. See, if I had the Splitify app, I would be standing up here right now with a gold medal around my neck. And actually, I'm thinking about touring middle schools and saying, girls, boys, they're not gonna get you on the cover of a Wheaties box. No, In fact, I could actually be like the ghost of Christmas Future. Ooh, don't slide into those DMs. So that was the end of my figure skating career, and now I try to do other things to stay active. I found this great group training called F45. 45 stands for the only 45 minutes of my day that I let a man tell me what to do. And I pay him for it. Ladies, that's called a power move. And it's fun, and I love my trainer. I call him Mark. I think his name's Tyler. So as I said, I am an ordained minister, and I guess I have a passion for it because I have performed 5 weddings. Yeah. And they say that 1 out of every 2 marriages end in divorce. Not mine. I am 5 for 5. That's right. So just know that if you hire me, it will be to the death. Kind of like a cage match. So statistically, if I'm 5 for 5, then there's some other minister out there that's like 0 and 5. I like to think they're like the Atlanta Falcons of ministers. Oh. Guys, that is it for me. Thank you so much.
Keep it going for Brandi Boudouin.